Hey, welcome to Roam the Region. Today is the end of June. It's June 25th. Cannot believe we've made it all through June. We kind of took a 1-month hiatus. It was the end of the school year for both Suzanne and I, both of our children finishing out the year. I had 4 kids on 4 different schedules, and she had her daughter finishing out the junior year. So we needed a few weeks to not have this show on Friday, but we're glad we're back. We're back for the summer. A lot has gone on over the past couple weeks. Just this past weekend, we had the Garden Fest in the village of Lewiston. And I'm telling you, summer is back. It was nice to see the street full of people. The businesses were thriving. The vendors were having a great time out on the street. We did have some beautiful weather. And then we had a few other great events that have started. The Lewiston Artisan Market. Last week was the Village of Youngstown Street Dance. So that is back. There was also a farmer's market on the street last night in Youngstown as well. Celebrate Wilson is doing some great flower baskets in Wilson. So many things are coming. It's a great time to be in our region. I'm just going to share a few things with you before we bring on our guests. And hopefully, as you can tell, Suzanne's not here with me. She's not feeling so well. So it's just me today. So let's just look at our chamber website. I'm going to give you some updates on what's coming up. Again, if you go to the chamber website and go to events, you drop down to the events tab. You're going to see all kinds of fun things coming up. So tomorrow is the Lewiston Artisan Market, June 26th. Where is June gone? It's crazy. So that is from 9 to 1 at Academy Park. We also have a ribbon cutting coming up for Tekla Rustic Bar and Bistro. That is on Tuesday at 4 o'clock. If you haven't been, you need to get there. It is located in Sanborn. It's the former GMAX on Ward Road in Sanborn. So we're excited to celebrate with Joe and his family. He's doing some great things there. So check it out. Also, the Wilson Farmers Market is on Tuesday. That's every Tuesday through September. Coffee with Kristen. We've had some great mornings the past June, every Wednesday at 9:30. Kristen is here to talk anything financial. She's right outside our chamber office, right on the porch, free coffee, great conversation. So stop by. And then we also have one of my favorite friends, Pat Proctor. He is the business development director at the SPCA. He is holding a fundraiser at Cask and Cow for the Niagara SPCA. And then again, next Thursday, Youngstown Farmers Market. So that gives you the rundown of the week. If you go to the website, you can see all of these events. If you have something coming up, let us know. It's either going to be added to our event page here on the website, or we also have a community calendar listing, which is more appropriate for seminars, workshops, programs. You can see it's already filled up, and we add all of our member information on there. So also under our things to do, there's a festival tab here. Some of these are for 2022, but you can see the Lewiston Artisan Market is there. We have the next major event is the Lewiston Art Festival. That's the next major event, street festival out on Center Street in the village of Lewiston. There's tons of other things happening, so we are excited about that. One of the other things coming up that's brand new, I just met with the village board on Monday night, is there's going to be a slow roll here in the village of Lewiston, July 31st. Get your family together, get your bikes going. It'll meet here at the chamber office and actually meander through the village all the way to Youngstown and back. So we hope you would join us on that event. That's July 31st. We just got approval for that, so information will be coming out soon. I think that's it. Usually my sidekick, Suzanne, reminds me of all the things I forget, but Suzanne, I hope you feel better. So thanks for joining in. We do have a guest today. It's a good friend of mine. I'm so happy to bring her in and a member of the chamber. We're going to welcome Adell Hoover Manarino here to the Roam the Region stage.
Hi, Jen.
Not really the stage. I don't know. I warned Adell ahead. This is very low budget. So thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
So tell us a little bit about your business in case somebody has been living under a rock and has not heard of Adell School of Dance. Let us know a little bit about Adell School of Dance.
Well, I have to say that we made it through COVID. So it was probably one of the most hardest years being in the studio business to survive through and to accommodate and to make sure that all of the kids as well as the staff were safe, and we made it. So our biggest exciting portion is that when we get ready, we're gearing up for summer stuff, and we get to go into the studio and take the tape off the floor for their boxes. So I have to say that, as a dance studio, this is would be our 15th year. It would be my 25th year teaching. And through the challenges of everything that we kind of went through, there's like a silver lining a little bit. You're so used to doing things a certain way, and then all of a sudden, all of the COVID challenges and the new protocols and all of everything are thrown at you. So everything that you've been doing in a certain way for 15, 25 years, we now realize that there's better ways, or more efficient ways. So we're just kind of looking at some of the silver lining to it, and we're revamping everything. It's like a rebirth of the studio this year. We're gonna new logos, new websites, new classes that are available, just because it taught us that you're very comfortable with the way you do things, and we had to really step out of the box. Even though there was boxes placed on the floor, we had to step out and kind of relearn and revamp, and we found a lot of really great tools out of it. So now we're just kind of gearing up for summer classes.
Sure. Now, I hear a little bit of my feedback coming back. That's okay.
Okay. Back up a little bit for
it's
you.
Just me. I have a powerful voice, I guess.
Yes. Yep.
Yes. Explain about the boxes in case somebody isn't aware. You had to keep dancers 6 feet apart. So what you did was taped actual measured boxes on the floor so your students would be able to dance apart. So explain how you had to social distance during dance throughout the year.
We took it very seriously. So we tried to really think of the logistics and overanalyze everything. So when we did our boxes, we are very fortunate. We have a very large studio space. In the boxes, we went through and they had to be 6 feet. So you create a box that is 6 by 6. When doing so, though, we realized that unless the dancers were specifically in the exact same spot in their own box, that would be the only way that they were correctly 6 feet socially distanced. So we kind of took it a little bit above it, and we went the 6 feet with a 6-foot box in between that box that was not utilized, and then created another so that no matter where they were in their box, they were, technically 6 feet apart. But it was a game changer. Besides, everybody had to kind of go through the Zoom and the teaching online and, trying to figure out how to teach dancers in their living rooms and acro tricks and turns and stuff like that. Besides that, teaching in a 6-foot box was hard. Like, you had to figure out how to keep choreography very contained. And if they moved appropriately. I do have to say that out of any of the negatives that it kind of put on, the studio environment, the team wise, the way the kids worked together, the way they understood, they listened to new directions and new rules and new regulations. It really kind of, the positive out of it, everybody worked together, and you realized that how much you love to dance, how much, with any job, right? So you get burnt out, you get overwhelmed, or kids get, do I have to go today? And then all of a sudden that's taken away from you. And then you realize how much you love what you do, or how much you love going there, or how much you need it. So like that was like, the silver lining of it, the 6 feet social distance. We had hooks for everybody that were 6 feet apart, trying to learn. You got little kids dancing in masks. Like, it's trying to explain to them, it's okay, take a minute, breathe. Just completely restructuring the studio. Restructuring how quickly you get their heart rate up, how often you have to, normally you get it up, you hold it there for a little while. We kind of had to balance our techniques, get it up there, let them breathe, get it up. It was just a totally different dynamic. But I'm super proud. I'm super proud of my staff and the dancers, and my year, for such a difficult year, was, I couldn't have asked for a better year. The kids listened, they understood, the parents were grateful, they understood, the staff, everybody was willing to throw, hands all in, let's make this happen. And I feel like we're stronger because of it. It's like the strongest family unit I feel like we have felt in a very, very long time. So, and it's like a rocket. It's sending us to new places, same quality, same, all of those things, but it's just, we have like this fire now, and we're excited to start with all that. So
that's exciting. We've had a lot of, oh my sound, if you can turn your volume down just a tiny bit. I know I'm so overpowering here.
Let me try. Is that better?
We're good. Again,
Okay.
low budget. If anyone wants to produce this for us, just let us know. But one of the things that we've noticed over the past couple months is a lot of our businesses have come out stronger and had to, use that word pivot. It's been used a lot, but make different decisions as to, how the direction of the business is going. And everyone has said the same thing. It's made them stronger, and they've realized certain things that worked and didn't, and change is inevitable. So that is definitely something that has been the theme all year. Actually, we have somebody that just said hello. They said, "Hey, Adell, it's Christina Venditti. She was on our show earlier in May. She taught Suzanne some yoga moves. So hopefully Suzanne is still doing those, Christina, just so you know."
I love that. She took the adult class. Yeah, we had a good time.
Awesome. So I have on here the Dance with Adell is the website. I'm just going to bring it up so you can talk us through about your summer season, and also how can people sign up for summer? Where's the information on summer?
So if you go to our website, it's right on the homepage. It's right underneath the register now. We are actually, because we're revamping everything, we are creating because of COVID, really, we used to always do registration in person, open house style. Now you're able to, specifically for dancers that have worked with us and trained with us, you can register right on our website for summer. All of our fall stuff is coming probably within the week or so, so that'll all be situated. But we are utilizing a new portal, so we're just trying to, it's all so new, but this portal is allowing people to help create their own schedules, pick the times that work best for them. So that's like a whole new adventure for us. But it's like I said, it's a new thing, but it's a great change, and it's a great addition for communication and making things work efficiently. We're still going to have open houses. I don't want to let go of that, just because, first of all, it's a family environment. So I do want them to feel free to come in and meet the family and meet the staff and see the facility. But just so, instead of a lot of the kids that are returning, they're more than welcome to just register online, and we'll send out schedules and make sure they have all of the information for summer and fall. But if we do have new registers, that's where they can come into the studio still, see the facility, see the staff, ask any questions that they may have. So it's kind of like we're taking a little bit of the old, now it's the new, it's a little bit more efficient. Some of these new photos was our comp season for this season. I couldn't be more proud. They placed very well. They did all so well in their categories. However, like, the main component was that they were on stage. It was just, it brought tears to our eyes. These kids have worked for 2 years. And it's like a job. Most people do. Compared to sports per se, you go to practice, you have a game. You have a game next week. You have a game the following week. These dancers rehearse and train for 8 to 9 months for one shot at it. You have a few competitions and stuff, but it's only like one portion of the year that they really get to show their talent and all of their hard work. And this year was super, super emotional. And I'm telling you, when they hit that stage, they just were ready for it. And even with shows usually different. We usually have, 2 shows and a little toddler show. This year we had to do 10 shows. And but again, silver lining, like, it was Yes, it was 10 shows. Yes, it was. I mean, we were exhausted by the end of it. However, there was a lot of things that we were able to see that, wow, this is a better, some people loved it, with the little kids, being able to just see them. It's not super long. And then the dancers having the opportunity to perform more than once or twice. Like, they were ready and they loved it and they were on fire, versus like that first time you're a little nervous and you got the jitters. By the end of it, it was, come on, let's get this show. Like, they're ready.
Right.
So definitely, I mean, it changes. It was changes all year. It's just triumph and changes and planning and replanning. And we're like so excited for the summer session. Like, a lot of the kids, I think it's because you finally, towards the end of the season, you got like the normal feeling, right? So now we're walking in to the classes. Like, dancers are absolutely, able to wear masks still if they prefer, but it's the social distance. Now we can dance the way that we normally are used to dancing. So it's just, we have some new programs regarding ballet. We're doing like a progressive ballet technique. So it's using like stretch bands and the fitness balls to work on strengthening the legs and the feet, all different ways that we've sat down and we've talked about it. Just doing, we have a new class this summer. It's just choreography. So it's not something that if you miss this week, oh, I don't want to go next week, I don't know what they did last week. It's ever changing, different kind of choreography, different kind of styles, so that the kids are getting a very different range. So it's not just one piece, that we'll work with different kind of types and techniques of choreography, just utilizing different programs, stepping out of that box. It's really getting out of that box, but there's so many different new things coming. So we have cheer dance this year. Brittany Banks is teaching the program, and she has some cheerleading teams, and she's doing a whole program now for the tumbling and the cheer dance, and we're excited to have her. So it's
That's exciting.
Yeah, a lot of new things. And we get to do Peach Fest. That's my thing. Like, we get to do parades again and group things in our performance teams. And I mean, hopefully, as the season goes on, everything stays the same and open. And, but just the team aspect and performing, like, it's things that we haven't seen or heard of in 2 years. So it's just getting back into the groove of things and, getting a little bit back to normal, but making normal look a little different and a little better and a little stronger. So
exactly. That's great. So 2 years ago, you would have never thought of doing 10, 11 shows. And this year you were smacked in the face with it pretty much, because it was the only way to be able to safely get everybody on stage and also adhere to some of the guidelines of the performance space. So I know it was a challenge, and you rose to it. And I know all of the students were grateful. So tell us a little bit about how to sign up for the summer classes. I have here on the website, I think it's right there on the home page.
Yeah.
There, how to get to that website, or how to get to the form to register. And then tell us when do those begin? When do the classes begin? How long are they? Little of those details.
Yep, we're starting, it's a Tuesday and Wednesday night program. So we'll start July 13th. It'll be a 4-week session, and then that'll take us up until August 4th. And when you click on the registration form link, it'll take you to a Google form, and it'll give you an option of all of the classes. It's slightly 2 different things this year. We do have classes that will be available on Tuesday and Wednesday nights. So again, this is one of those new things that was kind of created per COVID. So we have our normal, summer classes that are available on Tuesday, Wednesday night. However, through COVID, we had to offer private instruction for the summer, which is totally something that we had never really done, but it was a huge success. So we're offering both this season. So that means if Tuesday and Wednesday nights work for you, sign up for the classes. We'll send out the schedule based on demand, so that it's accommodating everyone. But if you're also looking for just an acro private instruction over the summer, we can make those available during the day, on the evening, on the weekend, whatever it is that works best for the instructor as well as the dancer. And so that it's almost two different things now. And it's all like a few things that we've also learned. We do solos, duets, trios, small groups for our competitive team. And a lot of the dancers, because it was something that was utilized from the year prior, we used everything. So we tried to make all costumes work. We did not order new costumes unless it was absolutely necessary. I think there was a total of maybe 4 or 5 classes that we couldn't make it work for. So we used all choreography, all private instruction, solos, duets, and trios. I did not want any of that money wasted from, the parents. So they liked that it was something that they knew sooner and then continued to work on throughout the season. So we're also opening it up for former competitive dancers that if they would like to do specialty instruction, that they are allowed to sign up over the summer. And we can get those started now, just so that it's something that's not freshly put on them, but something that's generated in their bones for the season. And we can work, consecutively throughout the season on it. So,
Sure.
again, it's, a new thing.
You've made it easy. This is the form to fill out. So it's right on the website. You can just, all the information is there, fill it out. So technically you would want this filled out by, with classes starting the second full week in July, get this form in so schedules can be made and sent out, and all the information taken care of. So we will make sure that gets out to everybody in our newsletter next week. And we're so happy to have you. I'm glad that you jumped on. It's taken a couple years to get you on something like this.
I can dance in front of as many people as you want me to. I'm working on it, Jen, to put, you know what, look at, this is something, it's a COVID thing.
It's a hard thing. It is hard to be able to speak in front of people and be comfortable. I get it. I can perform in front of anybody too, with a violin or piano or anything like that. And then once I have to speak in front of people, I hate it. I have to do it all the time. And I hate it. I hate it. Yeah. So people can either email you for the information. Here's the email address below, adellschoolofdanceinfo@gmail.com, or go right to the website, dancewithadell.com, for all the information for this season, for the summer season, and just get everything together. My mom says hello.
Oh, tell her I said
and
hi.
Andrea, hi, Andrea. Andrea says, good morning, ladies. My mom says hello. My mom never misses an
I love that.
Here.
Yep, I love that.
But thank you, Adell, so much for joining in. And
thank you so much, Jen. I appreciate it. Tell Suzanne I hope she feels better, please.
I will. I told her I'd bring her some treats later today. So I'll have to do. I just said that online. Everyone
now you're committed.
Remind me, so now I have to.
Yes.